As loved ones age, it's important to recognize subtle changes that may indicate they are approaching the final stages of life. While everyone's journey is different, certain physical, emotional, and behavioral signs can serve as quiet indicators that the body is preparing for its final transition. These signs aren't meant to cause fear, but rather to help families provide comfort, dignity, and proper care when it's needed most. 1. Noticeable decrease in appetite and weight loss. A significant and ongoing decline in appetite is often one of the earliest and most common signs that an elderly person may be in the final year of life. As the body begins to slow down, its need for energy diminishes. Food, once a source of enjoyment, may no longer seem appealing. Many seniors begin eating less or skipping meals entirely, not out of depression or neglect, but because their body is naturally reducing its demand for nutrition. In some cases, even favorite foods may be refused, and thirst can also decrease. This reduced intake usually leads to noticeable, sometimes rapid, weight loss. Family members may observe that clothes become looser, facial features become more pronounced, and overall strength and stamina begin to decline. The body is entering a conservation mode, using energy more slowly and prioritizing essential functions. While this process can be concerning to witness, it's often a natural part of the body preparing for its final stages. It's important for caregivers to approach this change with compassion, not force. Trying to pressure an elderly person to eat can lead to discomfort or even physical distress. Instead, focus on offering small, nutrient-dense snacks, favorite drinks, or soft foods that are easy to consume. Consulting a healthcare provider or palliative care team can also help guide decisions and ensure that the person's nutritional needs are managed in a respectful and supportive way. 2. Increased fatigue and sleeping more often. As seniors near the final stages of life, one of the most noticeable changes is an increase in fatigue and a significant change in sleeping patterns. The body naturally begins to slow down, and this leads to a greater need for rest. Elderly individuals may sleep for longer periods throughout the day, sometimes up to 16 to 18 hours, and may experience more frequent naps. This constant tiredness is the body's way of conserving energy and focusing on essential functions rather than engaging in physical activity or mental tasks. In addition to the physical need for extra rest, there is often a psychological component to this fatigue. Many seniors may lose interest in engaging with their surroundings, socializing, or participating in daily routines, all of which can contribute to an overall sense of tiredness. As the body begins to shut down, mental and emotional energy are also redirected toward internal processes, leaving little energy for external interaction. This withdrawal can be alarming to family members, but it's important to understand that this fatigue is a natural part of the body preparing for its final journey. Caregivers should ensure that the elderly person remains comfortable, hydrated, and relaxed during this period of increased sleep. While it is important not to disturb the rest of the individual, it is still necessary to monitor for signs of discomfort or pain. If sleep patterns drastically change or the person experiences difficulty waking or staying awake, it is advisable to consult a healthcare professional. to assess their overall health and comfort level. 3. Withdrawal and loss of interest in the world around them. As the end of life approaches, many elderly individuals begin to experience emotional and social withdrawal. This means they may no longer participate in activities or engage with family members and friends as they once did. Hobbies, favorite pastimes, and social gatherings might lose their appeal. While this can be concerning for family members, it's often a sign that the body and mind are shifting inward as the individual begins to focus more on internal experiences rather than external interactions. The energy that was once used for socializing or participating in daily activities is now redirected toward the process of preparing for death. This loss of interest may also be a way for seniors to process their own feelings about their nearing end. Some may not express their emotions verbally, but the change in behavior is often a form of self-preservation, as the elderly individual may not want to burden loved ones or face the realities of their declining health. Additionally, some elderly people may feel a sense of peace or acceptance as they withdraw from social obligations, choosing to focus on rest and quiet reflection instead. For family members and caregivers, it's important to approach this withdrawal with sensitivity and understanding. Pushing an elderly person to engage in activities or conversations they no longer find meaningful can lead to stress or emotional discomfort. Instead, consider offering gentle companionship, respecting their need for space, and creating a peaceful environment that encourages comfort. Regular check-ins and quiet moments of presence can offer reassurance without overwhelming them. Changes in breathing patterns. As an elderly person nears the final stages of life, one of the physical signs that may become more apparent is a change in their breathing patterns. This can include irregular or shallow breathing, where breaths become shorter, more labored, and spaced further apart. It is common for the breathing to fluctuate in rhythm, sometimes becoming faster or slower, with longer pauses between breaths. These changes occur as the body gradually begins to slow down, and the organs are no longer functioning at full capacity. The heart and lungs no longer need to work as hard to sustain life, leading to changes in the depth and rate of breathing. One specific pattern that often emerges is known as Cheyne-Stokes breathing. This is a type of abnormal breathing pattern that consists of a cycle of deep breaths followed by periods of shallow breathing, or even a complete pause in breathing. This irregularity can be alarming to observe, but it is often seen in the final stages of life and is a result of the body's natural process of winding down. The body's need for oxygen decreases, and the respiratory system adjusts accordingly to conserve energy. For caregivers and loved ones, it's essential to remain calm and provide comfort during these changes in breathing. While the person may experience occasional periods of labored breathing, they are not in pain unless accompanied by other signs of distress. Ensuring the person is in a comfortable, relaxed position can sometimes ease breathing difficulties. Consulting a healthcare provider or palliative care team is important to ensure that the person is as comfortable as possible during this time. 5. Decline in mental clarity or sudden confusion. As an elderly person approaches the end of life, a noticeable decline in mental clarity or the sudden onset of confusion can occur. This change may manifest as forgetfulness, difficulty recognizing familiar faces, or disorientation about time and place. While it's normal for older adults to experience some memory lapses, a sudden or more pronounced decline in cognitive function can be a sign that the body is slowing down. This mental fog or confusion may also include moments of being unable to recall events or people from the past, or speaking about things that don't seem to make sense. In some cases, seniors may also experience hallucinations, where they may see people or things that aren't present, or speak about deceased loved ones as if they are still alive. These episodes are usually not a sign of a mental illness, but rather a natural part of the dying process. The brain's ability to process and organize information becomes compromised as the body shifts focus away from mental and physical functions in preparation for its final stages. This can be disorienting for both the elderly person and their family members, but it is important to understand that this behavior is a common and expected part of the process. For family members and caregivers, it's crucial to stay patient and supportive when dealing with confusion or mental decline. It's helpful to gently remind the person of who they are, where they are, and reassure them if they seem upset or disoriented. However, it's also important to avoid arguing with them or correcting them too forcefully, as this can cause distress. Providing a calm, quiet environment with familiar voices and faces can offer comfort during moments of confusion. Consulting with a healthcare professional or a hospice team can help ensure the person's needs are met during this time. Thanks for spending your time with us here at Brainy Elderly. We understand that recognizing the final signs in a loved one's life is never easy, but with awareness, we can offer better care, more comfort, and meaningful presence during these deeply important moments. If this video helped you or someone you care about, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more supportive and informative content designed for seniors and their families. Stay compassionate, stay informed, and above all, stay connected. We'll see you in the next video.